Today, we are taking my boy Russell, my boy Hudson, and then Russell's friend, right, to go do some real estate. They are here for the summer from college, and we want to teach them a lot about real estate. So today, we're going to teach them about single family versus multifamily. Then we're going to teach them basically how we did this house. Then we put 2 ADU in the backyard, and we're going to talk about zoning. We're going to talk about ADU. We're talking about what it costs to build these. So we're going to give them basically the whole basic one-on-one of real estate. And then at the end, we're going to ask each one of these guys basically what did they learn or take away from today. You guys ready to do this? Let's go. So what makes this work, you guys, is you got to get an alley.
Yeah.
If this didn't have an alley, how would you access this other than a walkway? Which has become undesirable. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Now here's the backyard. Here's a perfect backyard. See? See how the house sits more towards the front?
Yeah.
If you take a look at that house and this house, it literally sits in the front. So I mean, you can have another 2 houses right here.
Yeah.
See? And it has the alley. But you know what's even better than an alley? A house with alley? A corner lot.
Yeah.
Because here's the house in the front. Here's the lot, but it has 2 facing. It has to face that way and this way. Why do you think a corner lot is better than an inside lot?
Just easier to access.
Easier to access, right? Lighting.
Yeah.
Somebody ever put a house over here, it blocks the lighting.
Yeah.
When you're in a corner, you have nobody on this side. And you could also design this so it could actually face that way, so it looks like it's facing the street.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So this is why you need alley to do this. Otherwise, it won't be that great. Make sense?
Yeah.
Even better, alley with a corner lot.
Yeah.
So here's to show you guys something, okay? So watch this. This lot is the same back lot as that lot. We skinny it up, we go 3. Look at this one. Russell, what's going on with this? What's the difference between this one and this one? You notice?
This is a 2-level.
Yeah.
This is a 3-level, and it's more, this one's more narrow.
Yeah.
So it's stacking up.
Yep.
This one's a 2-level. It's more like a house type.
Well, a house. How many units on this backyard?
1.
How many's on this?
2.
So right there, here's an example of this guy. He didn't maximize his backyard. Yeah. He just left an extra house off. Each one of these house profits probably worth like $200,000, $250 each. So he just lost $250,000 because he didn't take advantage of it. Yeah. When you have a lot that's less, it's small, and you can't get 2, then you do 1. Now, for example, see this lot? Yeah. This is a Springboard student. This lot right here is a little tight. So what we're gonna do here on this one, instead of doing 2 like this because it's tight, he's doing 1 like this on this lot. Look at the lot before he's getting built. See? Yeah. And we're getting permits for this one, and we're gonna help him build that house right there on this lot. Okay. See? Yeah. So this to show you that he could have done 2, just nobody told him. He just left $250,000 on the table. See? This is not maximizing your money. Yeah. Make sense? Right? But you guys how crazy this backyard, all of a sudden, is worth something. Yeah. See? Look at this backyard. Look how nice that is. Why is this lot, they got less backyard? Do you notice? Than this backyard. Look at that backyard. Nope. Wait, no. Why do you guys think there's less yard on this house versus this house in this lot? Look at it.
This one's long and skinny. That one's kind of more square.
That one's a little more square, right?
More front yard.
There's more front yard, right? So where's the house sit?
Further back.
That's right. See the difference? The reason why the more front yard, it means nothing. You want more backyard. Yeah. So this house, the way it's built, they built it back off the front. See? Yeah. This 2 houses, they build them more towards the street, so they have more backyards. This house sits more towards the middle. That's why he lost some footage in the backyard. Yeah. So when you look at houses, you got to look at how much backyard do I got? Where does the house sit? What if this house sat right in the middle, Hudson?
Did you do nothing?
You can't do jack crap. Yeah. Okay, you lost a backyard. Yeah. That's why when you go look at houses, right? Boom. Now you also want to buy ugly houses. This is a little more remodel. Yeah. Look, ugly house, ugly house. You want to buy ugly houses because you want to beat up so you get a cheaper price and then you remodel it. Like this was the ugly house, right? And they finished remodeling this. See, that house is a little bit more updated, but that's ugly. That's ugly. You see, you want ugly house because you can buy it for cheaper and then you remodel it and then you make money. Okay, make sense, Mr. Hudson, guys? All right, let's go inside. Just so you guys know, the house next door is 28 feet wide. This is 15 feet wide. So you have to, what, sacrifice, right, Cam? Yeah, you gotta do a 2 unit, you gotta make them skinnier. Because you don't have 40 feet at most, you have 40 feet wide. So, and every house have 5 feet setback. See that? That's 5 feet from the fence. So you got 5 feet, 5 feet. That means all you have left is what, 30? So we got 30. If you build one house with the house next door, it's 28. It fits on the 30 feet, right? Just like next door. But if you want two houses, you got to divide up the 30 into 215. And since they're narrow and longer, you got to go 3-story to get the square footage. Because this house is 1,400 square feet. Okay. Next door is like 1,200. You can do it on 2-story if you had enough width. This one doesn't. But if we make it narrower, we go 3-story, we get 2, we can make more money with 2 houses versus 1. Yeah. So this is what it feels like when you guys are in a 15 feet wide house. Honey, you want to tell them about floor this is and why you use these?
This is called LVP, luxury vinyl plank. It's very durable. It's economical. Looks good. Mm-hmm. So we use that all the time in all of our properties. Most people use it now. Yeah. It's so durable. Mm-hmm.
When you do a rental, you guys, you gotta make sure you gotta pick the right finishing. Yeah. Because renter don't live like a homeowner. Mm-hmm. Like my house, your house, you guys' house, they're like more engineered floor or more hardwood floor. It's nice, right? Mm-hmm. But today, these are vinyl floors. Mm-hmm. They make them look so real, right? When you look at it, it looks so real, you know what I mean? But they're vinyl. And so they can wear high heel shoes and they couldn't even scratch this. Okay. And we need it because they roll their suitcase through here. Yeah. They walk in, heels, couches. It won't scratch because they're vinyl. And they last longer and they're waterproof. And you put engineered floor, they put water on it, it leaks through and you're done. Yeah. See? So we always use these as our floor for rental. Okay? These are, instead of doing granite, the square granite, they crack. These are durable. You can put a hot pot on this thing, it won't even burn. Okay. Right? And most people are doing this now, in you guys' house. They call it quartz. Mm-hmm. But when you do rentals, it's thinner. You save money. Yeah. When you do expensive house, they're like this thick. Yeah. You see what I mean? But you got to know where to save money. Yeah. These are good cabinets, right? But we call these everyday builder cabinets, or rental cabinets. They're the same grade. When you got a $2 million, $5 million house, they look like this, but they just get more expensive because they just do more work to it. But they look like, you know what I mean? Tile, we still make them look nice. We don't go cheap on it. This machine, what's called refrigerator. And then, honey, tell them what that is, because some people might not even know what that is.
Those are called ductless mini splits. They kick out heat and AC, so super efficient. We use them all the time. And it saves space because you don't have to do ducting. When you get the regular furnace, you have to put duct work in and it eats up a lot of space.
Like you guys' house, our house, we have a furnace in the garage, right? Mm-hmm. Inside the walls, there's ducting. Mm-hmm. And when you have a lot of space, you can run the ducting throughout all the level. Well, when you have townhouses and ADUs, the space is small. Where are you gonna put the furnace? See, there's no garages here, right? And if you put ducting, that means the ceiling gotta drop. Yeah. See, so instead of doing furnace, we put these units in there. And we put them in the master bedroom, we put them in the living room, dining room.
It's nice because they have AC.
They're nice to have AC also. Look, even these are real tiles, see? Mm-hmm. If you go look at a lot of the houses that people are building to sell, right, in around Seattle for $800,000-900,000, it looks just like this. Yeah. It's all the townhouses and they're all white tiles. Yeah. They just clean just like this. Really good. You see? That's great. See, these are real tiles. See? Super nice. What's up? Yeah. What size bedroom ideally do you want to have?
Size bedroom?
Yeah. You know?
This is a bit small on the small side.
Yep.
What is this, like 70 square feet? It still counts as a bedroom, but it's smaller on the smaller side. Yeah. So someone's gonna have to, obviously, if you're renting to 3 people, one person's gonna have to pay a little less because they're getting a smaller room. Yeah. You can obviously fit a bed in here, but you can't fit much more than a bed and maybe a small desk. Yeah. So you're losing a little bit.
In a perfect world, you guys, you want 10 feet by 10 feet, right? This is the smallest one on this unit. If you look at next door, come look at this room right here. This right here, see, it's bigger, right? Because again, we lose some, gain some when you do small houses. This is probably what, honey, what was on the paper?
This one's at least 10.
10 by 10, right?
Yeah, this is a good size.
This is a good size here. This is like 10 by 9.5 or 10 by 10, see? But sometimes you can't get everything. Yeah. You see, like the parking, right? We can't get a car parked in the house. We can't park in. We have to park them sideways, which is fine too. But this is a good size, 10 by 10. So, a window has to be this high. It's called a window. You know, some houses where in the basement the windows sit this high. Yeah. It's too high. You got to get the window down to, I think it's, 48 inches? I think, 42.
44.
44, right from the ground up. This is what kids call a window. That's why some basement houses, the window's up here. Yeah. It's for lighting, but it's not really considered a real window. Mm-hmm. They can't count that. Or a bedroom with window, but they don't have a closet. You need heat, window, and what you call it. But when you build new construction, it's easy. It is when you do the remodel, it's a little different, right? But yeah, see, AC. Look, these, did I notice? They're not cheap. Look, the wood floor. I mean, the wood. See, they're not cheap. See? So they're not cheap. It's just small. Yeah. Small and cheap is two different things. Okay. So this room right here, this is like 11 by 12. Got their own, what you call it? When we know there's a view, we design them so the glass don't have shit in it. Right? What up, dude? Where the hell you at? So Carter is one of the Welch Bro. We call this the Welch Bro project. Yeah. So him and his brother Jackson and his dad Chris own this property, right? And so he also learned how to invest. He just finished. Are you graduating for SU already, or you got one more year?
From SU, yeah. I just graduated in June. Yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys something. In a nice house, like some of you guys' house you live in, the floor are tile also. They call them mud set floor, tile mud set floor. In rental, we never do that because the floor, the grout, it breaks after many use, and then have the grout break and water leak through the grout. So in rental, we do all the tile to make it look nice, but then we do fiberglass pan. And so that way they never leak. Because once they leak, they go all through the first floor and second floor and they ruin the whole entire house. So this is part of knowing about rental. So a lot of people know rental, they don't know any better. They just put tile here, after 5 years the grout breaks. And then all of a sudden it leaks. This never break. This is why we do this. And then the other thing is, in rental, this is called a frame glass shower. In the more expensive, they call them frameless. You don't even see this. It's just one big glass. So this is where you gotta know where to cut corners. To a renter, you think the renter would know the difference between this? They wouldn't have, no one taught them. They think, damn, this is a nice bathroom. You see what I mean? But this is how we save money. We do frame versus frameless. See? Just little stuff like that. This is cheaper than a tile floor. So it saves us money and it's more durable like LVP. All right, let's go upstairs. What do you want to say about this rooftop deck and the view?
Yeah, and just adding on to that really quick is like we basically got the front house for $700.
Yeah.
And this right here basically had free backyard, free land for all this. So that's why it was a lot more affordable instead of just building something, tearing it down, and then building up. Then it wouldn't really have made sense. But yeah, I could tell you like a whole bunch of specific things about the rooftop here. Like basically, we're at the max height restriction for this.
And it's 34 feet, I think.
Yeah, I think so. For NR3 zone.
Yep.
We're in the max right here. I think it's right here, actually. This barrier or like separator thing in between is technically above code, but our superintendent has a relationship with the surveyor guy. And so they basically just didn't really acknowledge it, and they said that was fine. You have these pipes over here for like basically the gas that comes through the house to ventilate that out has to be at the highest point of the house. We also worked with the engineer to basically have this reinforced in this corner to support a hot tub. When we sell it, if somebody wants to put a hot tub up here, they could. It's like structurally reinforced for that. We're not going to promote that to the renters to put a hot tub up here because that'd just be a headache. But yeah, there's like a connection on the other side of there and then hose bib. But yeah, we also put in the condo docks. I think it was like 18 feet back from here that neither of the units could put anything up that would be blocking or obstructing the view of the other unit. So like if you're on this unit and we hadn't put that there, somebody could go over there and put up a
big tent,
blocker, tent, umbrella that's obstructing your view, and you're like, well, there goes my view. That's annoying.
Yeah.
So we put that in the condo docks there. But yeah, there's drainage underneath these. These are like on plywood, like 2x4s or something underneath, and then the building is just like basically like slanted on each side away from the separator, and so all the water comes out, and you can see it comes into these drains over here.
No. These material, the same wood deck that you gotta have in your house, you know, in Mercer Island, you know what I mean? All right, these last forever. We used to use cedar wood, and after 5 years, the cedar, they broke down, and they just started creating headaches. We spent a little more money, but these, you never have to worry. Just like LVP, you never have to worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, so before we go to the next house, I want you guys to just remember this. 15 feet wide, 3-story high. We call this townhouse living. In Boston, they call them row houses. San Francisco, they call them row houses. That's normal. Any big city now, row houses is normal, okay? And then you got single family, which is one house, like next door. You're gonna go see a single family dadu now. You know what I mean? Right? So I can see there's pros and cons for every. Remember the pro next door, it feels like a house.
Yeah.
But the con is you only got one house. So you lose your 250 grand on profit.
Yeah.
So if you have a lot, you can do 1 or 2. What are you gonna do? You're gonna do 1, so you have the feeling of a house, or you wanna build 2 townhouses, feeling like they're townhouses, but you make more money.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what you guys are gonna see. Honey, what else do you want? Anything else we want to have them remember this? Because when we get done with the next one, we're gonna ask them what they learned between the 2 style.
Yeah, just kind of remember the layout, you know what I mean, the size and stuff, so you can compare in your head.
Yeah.
And remember, this right here costs about 450, 500,000.
Yeah.
And these are worth about 750, right? And you can rent these out for 4 grand.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the next property, you're gonna see how it lays out, what it's worth, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So one thing that I also thought was interesting when I was working with my dad and we were looking at different deals and like whether it would be worth it to buy it based off the construction costs like you're talking about. These were probably closer to 400 a square foot.
Yeah.
And so it's closer to about like 400,000 like for each unit.
Yep.
About. But when you're doing dadus, I thought you're limited at 1,000 square feet. So the smaller the square footage, the higher your cost per square footage is going to be. So on a dadu, it's going to be more like $450 to $500 a square foot. When you're building a bigger property like this, larger square foot, these are about 1,400 square foot each unit. You're able to bring that cost per square foot down a little bit more. And so that's something to keep into account too when you're looking at deals.
And the reason why, because the kitchen and the bathroom, they're all the same size.
Yeah.
All you paying for a little bit extra, right, is airspace.
Yeah.
So you're saving on dollar per square foot because the airspace ain't worth, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Right? Do a little more sheetrock. Okay? The reason why I want to teach my kid about real estate, I don't really care if they make money from other jobs, but I want to teach them wherever they make money, they park the money in real estate, the kind of profit you make or equity you make off real estate, especially if you learn how to do what I call the BRRRR strategy or do an ADU. I mean, it's like $250,000 to $350,000 per house. You can't make that kind of money in any job. So you're taking your money you make from your 9 to 5 and you're leveraging it, and you're making 4x, 5x that money by doing real estate. They don't understand this yet, but the tax benefit, when they start making money, they're gonna have to pay Uncle Sam a lot of money. So if they learn how to actually buy real estate and get all the tax benefit, they can pay little to no tax. So that's a big deal. And of course, appreciation. These properties, you know, they double in value every 8 to 10 years in Seattle historically. So if they end up buying a property and building something, and each property worth $800,000, every 8 to 10 years, it doubles in value. You go from 800,000, 1.6 million, right? And then 3.2 and on and on. By the time they get to my age at 57, they probably have more net worth than me because they started much more early than I did. I didn't know any about any of this stuff. And so I want to teach them all the benefit of real estate. And if they get inspired and they want to do real estate when they get out of college, more on buying property, investing, fixing, flipping, right? And make money and then keep some of it, I'm good with that too. I want to let them see the benefit of real estate and creating that passive income. So that later on, when they get to my age, they have plenty of cash flow and they can work when they want to work, where they want to work, whoever they want to work with. And they can teach their kid how to do that down the road. And that's what I call generational wealth. We just finished looking at, you know, obviously a house with 2 townhouses on single family zoning, which is crazy. Now we're going to go to another property where it's a single family and the lot wasn't big enough to do 2 townhouses. We're going to actually look at 1 single family detached ADU. And that property right there is nice. You got to see. As you guys walk down this alley, I want you to see if you can notice anything about these alleys, these property off the alley. This is where you got to start tuning your eyeballs. You can start seeing, right, what you never noticed before. What about the property all beside us?
They all have like a back area.
Yeah, here's a lot right here. Look.
1 level, 2 level.
Here's a lot right here.
Yeah.
See?
1 level, 2 level house.
See that?
Yard. Not a true alleyway, not a gravel way.
Okay.
Or alleyway.
What do you guys see right here? What do you notice in this property next door and to the left?
Smaller, but still build like
Yep.
1.
What about this right here? These bushes. Well, when you see bushes, what does it tell you about the type of condition the house is this?
Bad condition. And a car like that.
A car like this, you see? What about a garage like this? What does that tell you?
Tear it all down.
All right, see?
they're willing to
This is a sign of a property that hasn't been well maintained.
Exactly.
So this is what happens. You be door knocking. See? I want to show you guys. This lot, it's the same thing, 5,000 square feet.
Yeah.
You see the house in the front, right? That house has the address of the other street. This is off the alley, right?
Yeah.
So this came off the alley. So back then you couldn't do this. You could never put another house in the backyard. Only today because of ADU zoning.
Yeah.
And this is happening all across the United States. So you see now, this is a one house. This is a single family home. Okay? All right, so now you guys are inside a single family home. Now, if you take a look at it, this is no different than my house. I live in a house, but it's just a shrunken version of it.
Yeah.
See? Look, it's the same kind of look and feel of a cabinet. See? The modern, this is, so I show this to Russell Hudson. This is exactly no different than my house that I built on Mercer Island for 3,600 square feet versus 1,000 square feet. This is a 1,000 square foot house. 1,000, bro. 1,000. It's crazy, huh?
That's crazy.
It's 1,000. This is 500 square feet up, 500 square foot above.
Yeah.
So 1,000 square feet. You got the AC, LVP, right? Look, same wall on Mercer Island, same trimming on Mercer Island. The only difference in the floor is different, right? Cabinets, it looks like this, but these are more builder spec. But if you look at a lot of the houses, even like Mercer Island, just an everyday house, they put these type of tile. See? So this doesn't go cheap. See? It looks the same.
Yeah.
The court's a little bit thicker here for single family, right? They just wrapping it up. Now they can start cleaning pretty soon. But, so you see, this is a house.
Yeah.
Have a different feel than Chris's. We couldn't do 2 townhouses like Chris.
Yeah.
We had to do 1. So if we're gonna do 1, we're gonna make it look like this, okay?
That's because it's different zoning over here?
Oh,
or
because
lot size?
the lot size, the lot size. That's why every property is different based on the lot. How wide it is, where that house sits in the front. So you guys see the bathroom, the same thing like Chris. You got the pan on the floor. Go ahead and take a look at it. Right? This is one in the bedroom. See?
You guys still doing a little more?
Open that up. That's the washer and dryer. What we do is similar. Nice tile, same thing, white,
How it works out.
right? Fiberglass. See, it don't look like a rental. It looks like a real house.
Oh, it's a big bedroom.
See, yeah, you notice. See, look at the bedroom, how big they are. So every floor is more square footage.
Yeah.
See, right? Over there, they have staircases every floor, so eat up for a floor. So technically, 1,400 to about 3 level, every plate is only 400 square feet. Here, it's 500. See, it's 1,000.
Yeah.
But the new code now is 1,200. It should be 600, 600. So if a plate's 600 or 500, it's got a bigger plate. So the bedrooms are bigger. So this is where you got to decide, do you want to get 2 units like Chris, or you want to get 1 unit? You see what I mean? So it costs almost the same to build 1 houses and 1 townhouses. 450, 500,000, right in that zone. Both of these are asking 4,000. So Brandon, if you was going to be a renter, you and your friend, would you rent this house, 2-story, or would you rent a 3-story? 4,000 with a rooftop deck. Which one? It's all preference now, right? Yeah. So what do you got think? I'm gonna ask each one of you guys. What would you say? Let's say you and your friend, $4,000, 3-story rooftop deck, or 2-story like this,
Just me and one friend?
or whatever. However you want to divide this up, because it's 4,000.
2 friends, because that's who a lot of the renters are younger, like they just got a job and they're split the rent 3 ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'd
So
rather do this, you get a bigger room, but that one you get more cash flow, yeah.
All right. So, but if you're a renter, which one would you rent? If you and your friend gonna rent something for, and it's both $4,000. Which one would you rent?
Probably this one.
Okay.
I'd say this one is more spacious. You have more living space.
Kenny, how would you?
I actually liked the rooftop one actually.
All right.
Myself, I like just having the outdoor space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you the same rent, you would pick the 3-story high
I would.
because you want the rooftop.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. See.
everybody's perfect.
How about you? What do you want?
Yeah.
I take this one because everyone gets a bathroom to themselves.
Yeah.
You also have a bit more size rooms for everyone. It's more like a house feel than
Yeah. How about you? What would you do?
3-level.
Probably this one as well. I feel like the alleyway is more accessible.
Yeah, of course, right? But how about the house?
Oh yeah.
How about the house?
I think it's more of a traditional like square build instead
Yeah.
of like a rectangle, tall rectangle.
Lorenz, how about you, bro?
Here.
Here?
Yeah.
How about you, honey?
Stairs.
Yeah, everybody's different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's different. Not everybody.
Yeah. So you guys see, right? But now as you're a developer, 3-story or 2-story?
3-story.
Yeah, 3-story. Yeah, 3.
How about you? How about you? Are you 3-story, 2-story? If you're an investor,
I mean, if you're maxing it out, 3
You
stories.
get
Yeah.
more units. You get
Most
Yeah.
units for 4,000, right?
both of them, yeah.
Yeah, I'd do
Yeah.
that for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
If
Two for
you
four
can
still,
fit it,
yeah.
yeah, if you can fit it, do the 2. You know, if you can't, then you gotta.
You see why it's tough.
Yeah.
So let's say the guy next door. If you can get 4 townhouses or 2 houses like this over there, what would you do?
I'm definitely doing that.
You see what I mean? I mean, why would you not put 4 townhouses on there?
Yeah.
It's worth $250 each. That's an $800,000 profit off one deal. You know what I mean? Easy. See? So you see, there's pros and cons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? So as an inventor, we always got to think as an investor, what would renter do?
Yeah.
But as also a developer and an investor, you got to think about your money.
Yeah.
What do you guys notice about single family versus 3-story? What are some of the things you notice now? This is your second time going through it now. What is your takeaway from seeing both style now?
The living room area and the kitchen area, you have
Yeah.
a lot more room to play with.
Yeah.
You have a couch down there, dining table, and walk around with ease.
Yeah.
So it's a little more open
Down here.
down here on the house type of setup.
Yeah.
But also you're giving up a rooftop deck with the view, so there's always preference to it. But
Okay. What are you taking away from seeing both style now? 3-story townhouse, skinny, or single family look like a home?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is probably like double width, so you get more like homey feel. But also the vertical one, you have more levels, so it kind of makes it seem like it's like almost bigger because when you have more levels, you can feel like, oh, I'm going to a whole different like area.
What's your takeaway from seeing both style?
I think this one appears as more of a traditional like house, and I think it appeals to people's eyes more. I think just having it more wide open with the bigger bedrooms, I think people like that more.
Yeah. What about you,
I
bro?
feel like with both, you could hit like different groups of people. I feel like for the townhouse,
Yeah.
more like college kids coming out of college, like
Yeah.
who live with their friends. They don't care about having a living room.
Yeah.
So I guess for this, it'd be like if you were to show a family this house, they would definitely sell them this over the other one.
Yeah.
Like Brandon, yeah, I think this house is more traditional. The other one feels more modern. I think I like the more modern one because I don't have kids or a wife or anything,
Right.
so it's just me there. Where I'd rather raise a family here in the neighborhood. It doesn't feel as congested as the other neighborhood. Like when I first got there, I was like, where the heck is this unit? Let me go find it, and just seemed like more of a the shared walls,
Yeah.
more people uptight. I like having not sharing walls with other people.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
both have their pros and cons.
Honey, we done both. We done single family and we done townhouses. What's your take on both of these styles?
Depends on what kind of deals you find,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of deals you have access to. So if you find a deal like this, I'm not gonna turn it away. I'll still do it because you can still build a nice unit here, you know?
Because we're forced to only build one.
Yeah.
So this case you can only build one. You gonna walk away?
You can still
Take
make
the money
money.
and take
Yeah,
the money.
you can still make
Yeah.
money.
Especially because you got this land for free.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Exactly, so.
That's right.
So yeah, it all depends on what kind of deals you find. You're gonna have some deals you can build 2, some deals you build 1. It's okay as long as the numbers still work.
That's right. And here's the difference also. And Kenny, you're gonna learn a lot about this, right? The deal and the profit. So we got the land for free. Chris got the land for free. Okay. Both of those property over there, it cost Chris like he's making $250 each.
Yeah.
Call it $500,000. Okay. This one here, we got the land for free. This one cost us about $400,000 to build this house.
Yeah.
This neighborhood is more north. The more north you go downtown, the higher the price.
Yeah.
The more south you go, the lower the price. So this neighborhood is worth $800,000.
Yeah.
So if I'm moving for 4 and it's worth $800,000, how much profit I'm making off this?
400,000.
So I'm literally neck to neck
Yeah.
with Chris off of one house. So if you get a property you only got one, are you gonna turn down $400,000? So this,
If you're gonna rent it out too, because then you only got to worry about one tenant.
yeah, and I'm still making money on this.
Yeah.
But how long did it take us, honey, from this to build this house?
6 months.
So in 6 months I made $400,000. That don't suck. Right? Would you be complaining to make $600,000 in $400,000 in 6 months?
Is there
How
a
would
reason
you?
why the rent's still 4, even though it's
Because 3 bedroom.
yeah?
Because they go by bedrooms when you go renting. And it had a little bit to play with square footage too. If you got a 3 bedroom that's 5,000 square feet, they go for more, right?
Yeah.
But we're in the same ballpark. We're 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,000, 1,400. They all fall within the same renter price point,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, they're the same.
I mean, we're gonna put this on next week,
So we're both doing it together.
we'll see which one rents first, which
Yeah.
one's, we don't know even, it's always different, we have to test the market.
But this is what I want to show Russ and Hudson is if you went and worked for somebody, which all of you guys should work. I think it's good for you guys to go out and get a job and work for somebody to get experience.
Yeah.
But you can't beat the leverage of real estate.
Yeah.
Free and clear land, 100% financing from the bank. Right? I just have to pay for the plans and permit, which is about 30 grand. I go to the bank, I go, here's a piece of land with permit. And they go, how much is this thing worth when it's done? 800,000? What is it gonna cost you to build? 400,000. Wow, this is a 50% profit deal.
Yeah.
Right? You take 400 divided by 800, that's 50%. That's more than a burr. Take my money.
Yeah.
Right? So I have no money, 100% financing on this. So where do you invest 30 grand to make 400,000 in 6 months? You see? So this is why you gotta go out there and go work, make your money, get some experience.
Yeah.
But then what you do, you take your money and I teach you how to do real estate and you buy something good, you park your money, all of a sudden that money you put in, we call this one 30 grand, you do one of these deals, in 1 year you make 400,000.
Yeah.
How many deals you gotta do a year, bro, to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
2 deals a year to be a millionaire. I mean, you're making $1 million a year. Ching, 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 ching. And somebody's renting it, and you're not even selling it.
Yeah.
See? See how crazy real estate get? See? That's why Cam and I love this so much because it's leverage. You cannot get that kind of leverage.
No.
If you wanted $100,000 stocks, how much money would you have to give to the guy for $100,000 stocks?
What do you have to give him 100,000?
Yeah. Right? How much, right?
Yeah, you can give it everything.
You gotta give him everything. You give him 100,000, you get 100,000 stock, right? When it doubles in value, double, what did that 100,000 turn into?
200.
200. How much you put in it? 100. Now watch. I got an $800,000 piece of property.
Yeah.
How much did I actually put in?
30.
30. Right?
Yeah.
But I got a value of 800,000. See? I put 30 in stock. I get 30,000 in stock. This I put 30, I get an $800,000 value. When it doubled, does it double at 30 grand or double at 800,000? So in Seattle, an average, 7 to 10 year double based on history. So let's call it 10 years from now, it goes from 800,000 to how much?
1.6.
1.6 million off of what?
30.
30 grand. See, you can't beat the leverage.
No.
So imagine you do one of those a year, guys. All I gotta do is teach you how to do one of these a year. And it's set for life.
Yeah.
You do have to find the property.
Of course.
That takes time, that takes skill, that takes.
But this is what I want you guys to learn how to do is use your mouthpiece.
Yeah.
What Carter did to knock on doors, remember? They ask, do you want me to clean your window?
Yeah.
Which is how much they're gonna get to clean the window. $500? At the beginning, you learn how to do that, you can talk. Now, you learn how to talk, I give you a script. And that script you gotta memorize, like you just memorize wash a window, right?
Yeah.
You knock on the guy next door and you ask him, hey, Mr. Jones, I'm Russell Nguyen. We look for property in this area. Have you ever thought about when you might consider selling this? Me and my family like to buy it. Hell no, get off my porch. Okay, next, go to the next one.
Yeah.
You keep knocking until you find the next one and the next one. If somebody told you you can make 400 grand off of one deal, would you stop after a first no?
Go knock all day.
You knock all day. You knock all day. You see what I mean? I mean, knocking on doors, not compared to running sprints, right, bro?
I'll be out here all day.
See? That's how you gotta know, I used to do like 100 doors a day. Took me 5 hours. I did it for 10 years straight. And today, me and Lorraine, when we're out in the street making content, we still knock on doors. Every time we see ugly house, we pull over, knock on the door, or if they're not there, we leave a flyer. So if you know you're gonna make 400,000 off of one deal, would you be out knocking?
Yeah.
But you need to know scripts.
Yeah.
You gotta get the script. You got a script for you guys. You guys can get the script. But this is where your skill, as you guys are coming out of college, to learn how to talk.
Yeah.
Because the more you can talk, the more you can learn how to be a salesperson. Because salespeople make a lot of money.
Yeah.
This is the only two styles. So in November, that came out in Seattle, they came out with this thing called the new ADU law. It's basically called the middle housing law.
Yeah.
And it says that basically you can put up to 6 units on one lot. 6, bro. That's if there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But if there's a house in the front and the lot's only so big in the back, basically, technically if there's a house in the front and the lot's 5,000, you're gonna get 2 townhouses. But right now, her and I are getting permit on a property where it's an old junk house. We tore it down. It's on a 6,000 square foot lot.
Yeah.
And that property, this is a 6,000 square foot lot, right? Just like, remember this one is 50 by 100, right?
Yeah.
Chris was a 40 by 125. This is 60 by 100, right? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Putting 5 on there.
Yep.
And these are all Chris's. Three-story. So all 3-story. And the reason why, because if I make them look like this, it will be 1.5 of these houses. So I will lose number of door. So if I actually put these on this lot, I can probably put 3. But I decided instead of doing 3, I'm just gonna make them skinny and make them 3-story high.
Can you rent all these for 4?
4. So that's right there. How much is that, bro?
How much?
$20K a month.
How much did you buy that?
This lot, paid $500,000 for this lot.
You're making a lot of money.
Yeah. The profit I'm gonna make on this is probably like, just call it $250 a door.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So that's $1.3 million profit.
Jeez.
And this is 4,000. So that's 20 grand in rent.
A month, yeah.
See? This is one property. Imagine you door knock this, Brandon.
I know.
This ADU is going all across the United States. Everywhere. Every state has this opportunity now. But some of them will move slower than the others.
Yeah.
So Washington State and California are the most progressive.
Yeah.
This is where all my students basically are coming from. It's Washington and California, because they want to learn how to do this. And I teach this to thousands and thousands of students on Zoom twice a week
Yeah.
right now.